everyone, it's Ashley, and today I'm bringing you guys my May You Choose video. For those of you who haven't been following along on this, basically I'm giving you guys the ability to choose a book that I will read in my TBR next month, and I will also be filming a review video for that book. So basically I'm giving you guys a little bit more control in what I read and the videos you see from me. If you want all of the information on that, I will leave the former You Choose videos linked down below. They have much more information about what I'm doing with this. I will also leave the Twitter poll linked down below. You can vote for the book you want me to read in that Twitter poll. You can also vote in the comments down below. It's just a lot easier for me if you vote on the Twitter poll because Twitter calculates the poll for me and I have to do no work whatsoever. As I'm sure you can tell from the title of this video, fantasy was the genre that won as the genre choice for May's You Choose. So I've chosen 4 fantasy books that I already own on my shelves that I really want to read, and you guys are going to vote for which one you want me to read. First choice is a kind of spin-off novella, and that is The Slow Regard of Silent Things. This is a spin-off novella from the Name of the Wind Kingkiller Chronicles series by Patrick Rothfuss. From what I've heard, this gives you a lot of context about Ari's character, and it gives you a lot of context about certain things that happened in the second book, and I really, really want to get to this. I just haven't found the time yet, and it'll also be a super quick read, which I would appreciate next month because my TBR is quite large next month. But I am also very, very much looking forward to this, although I know that this is probably one that won't get a ton of votes because you have to have read Name of the Wind to actually care about this book whatsoever. Next, we have kind of a weird fantasy that I've been eyeing for a really long time, and that is The Library at Mount Shar by Scott Hawkins. I have heard really good things about this from friends of mine, and I'm actually just going to read you the first paragraph on the back of the book because I am not going to be able to summarize this book in a way that makes it sound more interesting than the back of the book does, so I'm just going to read it. Carolyn's known she's a bit odd, but she figures that's only natural when she's spent her whole life locked away in an infinite library, forced to study at the feet of a man who might be God. She's seen her share of terrible things in those years, even died a few times herself. So from what I know, this book is about her and the library, which is literally an infinite library, it never ends, and a fight for that library that also involves a seemingly ordinary guy named Steve. This looks right up my alley. It looks like it's gonna be very odd, quirky fantasy, which is definitely my jam, and I've also heard that this is exquisitely written, so I'm very excited about this one. The next 2 books are 2 books that I've been talking about in a lot of my videos lately, and I've been wanting to read them for so long. And the first one is Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is a middle grade fantasy that follows a young girl who has been cursed pretty much her whole life, and her town and her family thinks that she is the reason that the town and her family are cursed, and legend says that on her next birthday she will die because of this curse, and basically someone shows up and whisks her away to Nevermore, where if she lives there, she will lose her curse and she'll be able to live a normal life, but in order to live there, you need to pass all of these trials and tribulations. And I'm really, really excited about it because it's a middle grade fantasy with a female-centered main character that seems like she's going to be totally kick butt. Speaking of kick butt female lead characters, my last book also has one of those, and that is The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. This is the sequel to The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. The Bear and the Nightingale is the first book that I read this year, and so far this year has been the best book that I have read. It is so well written. I love the main character. I cannot wait for more adventures in this world with the main character and with new characters, and I want to read this book so freaking bad. If you haven't read The Bear and the Nightingale or you don't know anything about it, it is a Russian folklore retelling that centers around Vasya, and it has a lot of very rich, vivid text, and the atmosphere is great. The setting is so well done. It is just so well paced as a novel, and I've heard that the sequel is even better than the first one, which doesn't seem possible to my brain, but I'm very, 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 very excited to read this. I actually don't know anything about it. I didn't read the synopsis. I just bought it because it was the sequel to the first book, so I don't necessarily know where the story is headed in this, but I do know that I love the author's writing style and I love the main character, so I very, very, very much want to read this. As always, I will leave Goodreads links in the description box down below for all of these books in case you're the kind of person who wants to read the full synopsis to understand the book. I'm personally not like that, but I'll definitely leave the Goodreads descriptions just in case you want them. And other than that, there are your 4 choices for You Choose this month. I will leave the Twitter poll link down below. Feel free to vote in the comments. I will also count those votes if you don't want to head over to the Twitter poll. If it's easier for you to vote in the comments, that's totally fine. If you have read or want to read any of these, make sure to comment and let me know, and I will see you guys soon in another video. Happy reading. Bye!